The NEC suite of contracts is structured to encourage collaboration, clarity, and risk management across construction and engineering projects. Central to every NEC4 contract is the contract data, which is split into Part 1 and Part 2. These two sections are critical for defining the rights, responsibilities, and expectations of each party involved. Understanding what each part contains and how they function is essential for contractors, clients, and consultants alike. Contract Data Part 1 is completed by the client or employer before the contract is tendered. This part sets out the key legal and procedural parameters of the contract, including names and roles, the names of the client, project manager, supervisor, and adjudicator as stated. Periods of reply sets out how long the contractor and client have to reply to important communications during the project. Key dates. This includes the starting date, access dates, and completion date. Payment terms. Frequency of assessments, the amount of retention if applicable, and the final date for payment are specified. Main options and secondary options. The chosen payment mechanism, for example option A, price contract with activity schedule, or option C, target contract with activity schedule, and any secondary clauses, such as X clauses for bonus payments, inflation, or BIM use as stated here. Crucially, this section defines the framework within which the contractor will work. Ambiguity here can lead to disputes later, so accuracy is key. Contract Data Part 2 is completed by the contractor as part of the tender submission. It outlines how the contractor proposes to meet the obligations set out in Part 1. Some key inclusions are the price or pricing information. Depending on the main option selected, this could include an activity schedule or a bill of quantities. Contractor's key persons, names and roles of individuals who will play a central part in delivering the work. Contractor's designed portions, any parts of the work the contractor is responsible for designing, if applicable. Working areas and plant and materials supplied by the contractor. The programme. In some contracts, a preliminary programme is required at tender stage, while a detailed programme must be submitted post-award. Part 2 allows the client to assess how well a contractor understands the project, manages risk, and aligns with the contract requirements. It also forms a binding part of the contract once signed. Why contract data matters. Contract data is legally binding and forms part of the core contract. It drives project delivery, affects risk allocation, and influences dispute resolution. Poorly completed or vague contract data can lead to ambiguity, cost overruns, and delays. Therefore, both parties must treat these sections with due diligence and ensure alignment between Part 1 and 2. Metroun, a commercial hub for your business.